What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first video on this new channel. Today we're going to be discussing the NFL divisional round playoffs and who we think is going to win. I'm here with my cousin Odin, and he's going to give us his input on a couple of these games, and I say let's just jump right into it.
So we're going to jump at it right there?
So for this game, Chiefs beat Jaguars. I'm saying they beat them 38-28. Obviously, Chiefs are one of the best teams in football. Jaguars did show off last week against the Chargers, coming back from 27 down.
Yeah, but about that, I would say, there's a couple of things in there. Trevor Lawrence, he is good, but their team overall is really young. And last game, Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions in the first half and then 4 in the second half. And I don't think you can do that to beat the Chiefs. I just don't think that's going to work.
No, Chiefs defense is definitely playing at a pretty high level. Trevor Lawrence versus Patrick Mahomes. What do you think?
I think overall Mahomes is going to definitely dominate that duo, because last game they played, Mahomes had 7 rushes for 39 yards, and then he fumbled it. They recovered it again. But Mahomes has also been playing in this league a lot longer than Trevor Lawrence has. He's been playing 4 or 5 years. Now, Trevor Lawrence is on his second year, and this is Trevor Lawrence's second playoff game. And this is Mahomes, I don't know, 15th or 16th. And they're coming out of a bye. So Mahomes is going to be a lot more rested and stuff. So I think overall Mahomes is going to come out on top.
Yeah, so last time the Jaguars played the Chiefs, we saw the Chiefs absolutely dominated, won by 10 points. So that's what I went with again. Jaguars have proved themselves, I think, a little bit since that game, but I do not think they've proven themselves enough to beat a team as good as Kansas City. What do you think about the Jaguars' defense for this game?
I think the defense, it has improved a lot since the last game, but even last game, Mahomes isn't known for his running ability as much as other quarterbacks, but he had 7 rushes for almost 40 yards, and that's pretty good. And they just need to contain him and keep him throwing and keep him under pressure. That way he doesn't have time to just sit back and lob them out to people. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I definitely think Jaguars are going to sort of. I don't think they are going to have enough to beat a team as good as the Chiefs, and I think Chiefs are going to win comfortably enough to maybe do some more fun trick plays. But, yeah, moving right along, we have
Bengals
and Bills.
We think the Bengals are going to come out on top on this one, 27-24, just because even though Bills have been playing at a really high level, Joe Burrow has done very good recently, and yeah.
Yeah, I know last game, Bills took more hits to their offensive line, which has been injury struck all year, and obviously this really sucks. They gave up 7 sacks last week, and I think it was 15 QB hits, probably more. And the Bills defense, I don't 100% know about how good they are at getting after the QB, but if a team as bad as the Dolphins, actually Dolphins have a pretty good defense, but a team as bad as the Dolphins with a backup QB who they barely lost to the Bills, they could have very easily won. I think they would have won had they had Tua, but I'm definitely taking Bengals with that offensive line.
Yeah. For the next one, Eagles versus Giants. This one's a little bit more controversial, you could say. I'm saying the Giants are going to come out on top, and I think Abe thinks that the Eagles are going to come out on top. Abe, what do you think about the quarterback battle between Hurts and Jones?
Well, I know Hurts going into the postseason, he was shaken up a little bit, but we saw Jones play against the Vikings. Rest in peace, Vikings. But and he is a very good runner, and he did put up some really good numbers. But I mean, he's playing the Vikings defense. It's kind of it's kind of gonna be expected. And if you're a QB and you aren't putting up good numbers against the Vikings defense, you have something wrong. Vikings have been giving up 400 plus yards every game. They've been making terrible QBs look absolutely insane, and so I definitely think Daniel Jones going up against this Eagles defense and Jalen Hurts going up against this New York defense, I definitely think Hurts is going to win this battle.
Yeah, but going off that, the Eagles, like, their run defense has not been very good this year. They're 31st in the NFL against running QBs, and Daniel Jones is a pretty good runner. He had almost 70 yards that last game against the Vikings and over 700 yards rushing this season. He had 78 exactly against the Vikings, and the Eagles have not had a very good run defense this year, even though their pass defense has been really good, and they're first in the league with sacks, with over 70 sacks this season.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be maybe I wouldn't say 42-21. I might change my prediction there. This might be a close game. I think it might come down to whatever team wants it more, or probably more whatever defense plays better. I think if the Giants can contain the Eagles' offense, I think they have a shot. But I honestly don't think that the Giants' offense is good enough to handle the Eagles' defense.
Well, I think that the Giants actually are going to win this one for a few reasons this year. Even though earlier this season the Eagles beat the Giants 22-16 and then 48-22, I think the Giants are kind of a lot different of a team since they last played each other. With them, they're getting more settled into this new, runs and stuff, how they're running the plays and stuff, and they're getting a lot more comfortable with their new coach and stuff. And the Eagles have had a lot of injuries recently, with Jalen Hurts having some problems and not looking the best in recent games. So I'm thinking that the Giants are going to surprise the Eagles and come out on top.
Yeah, there's that, but also Eagles just had a bye week, and Giants just came off a very hard fighting win against the Vikings. Whether they won it or not, it was only by 7 points, and Vikings had Kirk Cousins not throwing it to Hawkinson on that last play. We might have won it in overtime, but I'm gonna take Eagles on this one.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't agree with that, but yeah.
Next we got Cowboys and 49ers.
This is going to be a pretty defensive game. Both of these defenses are really good in the NFL. Top 10 defenses easily. The 49ers, I do think, are going to come out on top, though, just because they've had a little bit more experience in the postseason in recent years. And they have players like Nick Bosa, and their cornerbacks are all doing really good. So, but I do think it is going to come down to a battle of the QBs, because Brock Purdy is a rookie and Dak Prescott's a lot more experienced. What do you think about those two QBs, Abe?
Between Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott, I'm 100% going to take Dak. Both QBs have been looking real hot these last few games. Dak had close to 400 yards and around, I think, 4 touchdowns last week. But it was San Francisco won a lot more comfortably, and Cowboys didn't really show up for that game. So I got to take 49ers, but I think it'll be close. It's definitely going to be a defensive game, and whatever QB outperforms each other, that one's going to be a big factor.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think 49ers are going to come out around 2017, relatively low-scoring game, because both these offenses are good, but I don't think either one of them is insane, and I think the defenses are both really good. So I think it's gonna be like you said, whatever defenses can come out on top, and whatever QB can play to the higher standard and just take the win for the team.
Yep, it's definitely going to be a fun game to watch, and I'm excited for this one, especially because I think it's going to be one of the better games this week. That and Bills and Bengals, but yeah, 49ers. But what do you guys think? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and we'll do an updated video hopefully later this week on a recap. and then we get to watch some
championship games.
Can't wait for next week. Make sure you guys go down, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our updates. And we'll see you guys in the next one.